Dream Team Tonic, and it's live.
Hello and welcome to the Dream Team Tonic podcast as we preview Gameweek 18 Sun Dream Team. Hope you've all had a nice Christmas. You might still be celebrating. Tony might still be celebrating. He's just on his way back from the pub. I think he might be joining us. But Ben, you had a good Christmas?
Yeah, good, mate. It was, and we had a good chat with the Tonic members last night. Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah,
good to catch up.
Nice little catch up, didn't we, with the Discord? Had a few drinks. I then overslept, missed the Christmas bins. It's been a good time. Yeah, hope everyone in the chats had a good game week, and yeah, no one partied too hard that they forgot to do their transfers. I've not seen any horror stories of that yet. Have you?
No, I haven't actually. That's one that you normally hear of people forgetting where the deadline is.
Yeah. Was hello to a few in the chat. Steve Ricks is joining us here. We've got Ian. We've got DT Phillip, Gary Walker, Miss Noopy, Icars, Samantha. Who else? Purple Ferret, Paul, Nad Gill, Joe joining us all the way from Texas, and Miss Noopy. Good evening, everyone, or whatever time it is when you're watching this. So we'll start off with the teams. How has your game week gone so far?
67 points so far. I brought in Nunes for Lacroix and Cunha for Enzo Fernandez. Yes, so not too bad so far. I still have Doku in my team. Just holding him on, thinking he's going to be back soon. Yeah, I heard he might be back for the Sunderland match midweek, so I'm hoping gets a run out against Sunderland, and then I've got him in my team ready for the next game week. So obviously, he missed the game at the weekend. I brought in Frimpong, who got me 8 points and an assist. And yeah, he looked all right. He got pushed forward as well after they took Chiesa off into an attacking position. So that's quite interesting. So hopefully...
How many subs are you down now?
I've got
used?
one left, I think.
Yeah, same as me, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was a busy week of... busy 2 weeks of subs, really, wasn't it? Because a lot of people may still have Doku, may have carried through Bruno Fernandes, because I mean, I was considering doing that myself, keep hold of Bruno and subbing him to get like an extra move this week. But then the Timber injury come up as well. So yeah, I reckon loads of subs in play this week. 8 points, decent. Just a shame you can't use 2 in a week.
Yeah, I know. That Timber one come up after the deadline, didn't it? So
yeah,
hopefully he's back for Aston Villa. So it's not too bad. Hopefully. Still got Henderson in goal, 3 points. Nunes 4. Timber didn't play. Hull got 7 against United after conceding as well. He was unlucky not to score as well, get the crossbar. He had loads of shots.
Oh, that would have been a nice goal, wouldn't it?
Yeah. He's getting plenty of extra points. He's a bit of a monster. And he's nice and cheap. Got a good run of fixtures coming up as well. Frimpong 8, Saka 10, got an assist. Foden 4, Cherky 16 points. A few max captains, I think, have got him as their captain at the moment with Haaland blanking. Yeah, Haaland for me, he's got 4 points from a captaincy, so 2 double to 4. Ekitike 6 and Cunha 5.
Yeah, if you went max cap at the moment, that's looking like the better booster out of the two that we've seen a lot of been played. The goal bonus has been a pretty slow one, hasn't it? So far this game week. But I seen there's a few in the chat as well. Don't panic. Only halfway through. There's still time for the goal bonus. But yeah, it did seem a weird week. There's so many assists around and just not very many goals, it feels like. Bar like a Shirky, Semenyo maybe, or Verts I've seen. But other than that, there wasn't much around. Are you worried about the captaincy on Haaland, or you think you'll do all right in the end?
I don't know if I'm worried. I think he's still obviously the top striker in the league. I think he can score against Sunderland, so that's why I captained him. Surprised he didn't get any shots or anything against Forest, but I think they, looking at the heat maps, I think they were just following him around, and basically Foden and Shirky were like the strikers in the game in the end. Haaland was dropping off and them two were just bombing on. So
that seems to be the thing, doesn't it? At the minute, you stop him, the other two do really well instead. Like just frees up the other guys.
Reinders was pushing on as well as a striker in the second half.
Yeah, just too many options for goals at the moment, but that's why we've all got so many in our team from City. Ekatike, 13% capped in the top 1K. Not bad.
Not a bad start.
6 points, was it an assist, wasn't it, in that one? And hit the post as well, I think, Ekatike.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I think Haaland now against Sunderland, we might have had a little bit of a touch with Ballard. Seems like he's going to be out, and that would have been a really tough physical battle, wouldn't it, between them two?
Yeah.
But I reckon hopefully that could go in our favour, but we'll see. Got any early thoughts? I know we're recording this on Monday evening, so there's still going to be a whole second lot of Premier League fixtures to come, but any sort of initial thoughts?
To be honest, nothing's exciting me at the minute. Obviously, I've got Doku, who I'm hoping might be back for Sunderland, so should hopefully get some minutes. He probably won't start; he'll probably come off the bench. But with that Exeter game coming up soon, Gameweek 19, the week after, could be a good play to have in there. Obviously, Henderson's not doing great at the minute, but I don't know if I'm going to bother moving him on because there's other good goalkeepers are quite expensive, and then it might block me on a really good defender or another midfielder that I might want. So I'm not sure yet. Timber's one to watch as well.
Yeah, so it's always the hard way, isn't it? Like, you can probably afford Ryan now, and it's one that I'm looking at, but it's kind of what does it then block later? Because I have had that trouble a couple of times.
Yeah, Gabriel came back, and he was on the bench. Come on for 20 minutes. He's 5.3 million, so he's going to probably go down as well if he doesn't play midweek. I would imagine he'll play though. Probably get a start now.
Yeah, and if you want to put your budget into Arsenal defence, you probably want to go Gabriel over Raya. We've got a late arrival on the pod.
Now then.
Not like me to be late, is it?
Have been enjoying yourself?
Yeah, we went out for something to eat and ended up watching first half at Rovers game in there. Couldn't get myself away, to be fair. But yeah, nice evening out. But it's good to be here. I'm here. Hello.
I had to let the chat know that you were keeping us you were keeping us late. That's the name of the game now.
I mean, it is. I mean, we've got to call it out, haven't we? It's unprofessionalism. It's not on. It's not quite Jack Grealish, but
close. 69 points. How's your week gone so far?
Oh yeah, we're here. Yeah, do you know what? It's not bad, is it? It's a steady points total without a goal boost, which I just never felt my team was set up for. I didn't like it, so I didn't go for it. I had a dream the night before about Thiago. I had a dream that he got benched for the first game and he got injured. He come on for 5 minutes and got injured and missed the second game. So there were a doubt of whether I'm going to keep hold of him, but I've kept hold of him in the fact that I convinced myself like all of his holes have come at home, and I think it was 4 of his last 5 games have come away from home, and now he's got a good run of home games. But yeah, watching that Brentford game, how he just kept standing behind Sharda whilst Sharda's knocking him in, and that second goal just bundling like in off and everybody. And then I'm there praying, is that his second assist? But look, he got 8 points, and it's more than Ekitike got. So more than Cunha got. So he's done all right. He's still got a game to go. So I'm happy enough that I held him. Timber was a strange one, weren't it? Come out of nowhere. I thought I'd go triple Arsenal defence. I think they've kept a couple of clean sheets against Brighton over the last few games that they played. So I thought just throw him right in there, set and forget keeper. I know he's expensive, but we've got quite big budgets at the minute with some of the players that I'm missing. So I think he's just going to stay there unless like, I don't know, Stella come back and started knocking in hat-tricks and Fernandez all of a sudden got more games to play. I don't know, but I just think budget-wise, I can see my budget stretching to that expensive keeper. And then, yeah, so like I say, Timber was an odd one that nobody were expecting, especially people who played like Goal Boost or Max Captain. You can't sub, which makes it a little bit hard work. And yeah, it just came out of the blue. So, but if my formation would have allowed, I would have gone for Rodgers because I want Rodgers in my team.
Even over Palmer?
Yeah, they've gone Rodgers.
They both give it a bit of that, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, Palmer's interested me. Obviously, now he's going to start getting the minutes and stuff. But as we just said on the last couple of pods and the live streams about Rodgers, he's in form, and we know how well he can score on this game when he's playing his best. So, but I had to go James. I didn't have to go James. You could have gone for Cucurella or someone of that ilk or Matty Cash. I just thought James was quite an exciting pick, and I think he gets both games 90 minutes. So, yeah, nice little sub in. And if he does do his hammy, I've not got to whip him back out the next week.
It does make me laugh, Maresca, with James and Palmer. Like he, I think it was only recently, didn't he? He said James is ready to play 3 games consecutively or something like that, didn't he? And then he played him twice and then subbed him or benched him. And then he came out and said, was it last week, that Cole Palmer's ready to play 2 90s or ready to start playing 90 minutes. So then he's taken him off after like 70 odd minutes, and now
you're fuming Palmer as well, weren't you?
Yeah, and now in his press conference after, he said, "Yeah, James and Palmer minutes need to be managed."
Yeah,
so make your mind up, mate.
Yeah, he's got to stick to it. I mean,
I think he'll play
Palmer,
James twice.
Yeah, Palmer fuming. I think you're ready for the 90, weren't he? And then what happened after he took him off as well? It's not the greatest. But Villa on form. Don't anybody get any ideas about Watkins like, but they're playing very well. I think it's honestly coincided with the return to form of Tielemans. I think he makes them tick. I think he did a lot of that with Leicester as well. He's a main man there, and if he's playing well, he can just run aside easily. He's top drawer, Tielemans.
He was a solid dream team pick, wasn't he, for quite a while?
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Actually, his points seem to be quite good over the last few as well. Just looking at that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that he's going to become an option, a little bit like the Gravenberch option and the other players that they might not be your goal scorers as such, or Elliot Anderson. They they rack up these points from elsewhere and run the side. Obviously, Captain Haaland, a little bit boring this week, but I just think, obviously, Forest played so narrow and really, and I don't think it were helped with City playing so many number 10s. I think it cramped all the space. He was feeding off scraps pretty much, Haaland. So hopefully that's different at Sunderland. Still got faith that he can beat the other captains in. I think Cunha got 5, Ekatiki's only got 6. Obviously Saka has scored well, but I don't know how high his captaincy was.
Advantage max cap, as we said, with Shirky.
Yeah, I think it is. For the people that have got Shirky, obviously, you've got a massive head start. He's unreal, isn't he? He's such a special player.
You called it early. Didn't you?
Yeah.
A bit too early.
He's so good to watch. Like when you want to watch footballers, you want to watch people like him. It's just a delight to see on the ball, forward thinking, likes a shot. He's just he's putting Foden in his shadow a little bit, which I don't like to see because obviously he's a French lad and we want our English lads to do well, especially going up to World Cup. But he's such a talent. He seems like such a nice lad as well. So yeah, fair play to him. 69 points. I'm happy with enough with that. We're in the hope of maybe I could have got to a point where I played a chip, but I'm glad I didn't try and force it as well. I gotta feel it. So I think both my chips go into the new year now, and we'll see how it goes.
You happy with Gordon there still?
Yeah, I do think he should have scored, and he was unlucky not to get a penalty as well.
The handball.
Yeah, I do think that could have been given, even if it did deflect off, because it's going towards goal. I thought he stopped it. So yeah, I think he was rather unlucky. What did Voldemar get? 2 points.
I'm not sure
Back to his standard 2, was he? Yeah,
2
3 points.
pointer.
He's on penalties and he's a danger. I do think he'll do well against Burnley. I think he'll grab a goal.
You just want someone to play Burnley.
And there's that.
I was 70, so not far off as well. Just one more point than you. So
yeah, I think we're pretty even this week between 3 of us, aren't we?
Yeah, Henderson in goal again. Just if I'd have had more transfers, they would have both been gone. Him and Mateta stinking out this team at the moment. I watched that at the Palace Spurs game, and it was just a horrible watch, to be honest with you. Put the poor guy Mateta can't even run at the moment. He was just sort of jogging about. So he's got to go. But this week I took out Lacroix and Bruno Fernandes, and I brought in Matthias Nunez and Declan Rice, our star right back.
Yeah. Starting
in place of Timber. I would have probably done, if I could have afforded it, Mateta to Cunha and Lacroix to Nunez, and then subbed Rice in, for Bruno Fernandes. But I was 0.1 short of doing it. So probably done me a favour in the end, because then I had the sub available to use on Timber. So I went the same route as you on Reece James. My gut was to go for Cucurella. Like, Cucurella felt like the safer for 2 games, in my opinion. And you'd always feel like Cucurella's got a goal in him. Last season, I think he scored something like 5 goals.
Yeah.
I started I think there was a bit of time in between the games, and I started looking at the stats and stuff, and it was like James was better for attacking returns. James was better for bonus. Like all of the metrics, James was coming out on top, I think, other than tackles. And I was like, I can't really ignore that, I suppose. And then I think you said you was going James, and I thought, you know what? If I was picking an actual transfer, I think I would have gone Cucurella as the more like
Yeah.
boring, safe pick. But I thought
Yeah,
where it
someone
is,
continuing your team.
yeah, where it was just a sub, I think he will go play the 2 games. So I went for him in the end. And he should have had a goal. Where I didn't see that touch. Would it just about hit?
Pedro's absolutely stole one there.
Badiashile went off celebrating. Pedro went off celebrating. And James was going, yeah, it's mine.
Honestly, Tosh, Pedro just obviously can't score a goal himself. He's having to just steal them now.
But yeah, pleased with that one. And then Lewis Hall finally sort of coming good. And yeah, when he does keep a clean sheet, eventually I think it's gonna be big numbers for Lewis Hall. I was looking earlier. We've got some questions on defenders later, but I'll mention it now. But Lewis Hall, I can't remember exactly how many bonus points he's on, but I think he's something like 4th for bonus out of defenders. But he's played a third for bonus defenders, playing 1,000 minutes less than the 3 guys ahead of him.
Yeah, that he's an absolute magnet, isn't he? Just looking at it, and 7 points from that game, and barely to come.
So yeah, hopefully that's the only problem though. They've got so many guys missing. It's going to be hard to keep the clean sheets. But the rest of my team is looking fairly similar to you guys. Foden, Shirky, 4 and 16. Saka with 10. Rice, didn't think he was going to be playing right back, but he's just one of them players that I've heard it said before, but you can play him anywhere. You could play him as centre forward. He'd do a shift.
He's a special player, isn't he? Declan Rice. He's just that complete football player where you could just put him anywhere on a pitch and he would do a job. Definitely, he's such.
It was like 80th minute. It was like 80th minute or something, and like everyone looked leggy, and he just went sprinting the whole way down the sideline. Looked like he could have gone for ages. I was a bit annoyed, so I tried to take up a bit of a bonus kind of strategy here, picking loads of guys that get bonus points, and he was 1 ppm off getting those 3 bonus, which was a little bit annoying. The same as Saka, but anyhow, I think he's going to be a good hold. Haaland cap. Mateta stinking out the place with his 2-pointer. He's got to go. And then Ekatike 6. I was quite worried not having Cunha this week. But yeah, Rice so far outscoring him. So yeah, just outside the top 1K. So we'll see how the rest of the week goes. But with a lot of boosters in play, I think it could be a tough ask. Right. Hit that join button if you want to get early access to the pods. You can join us in the Discord as well. You've missed our Christmas party, though, so that is a big downside. But we do the occasional Q&A in there, little chit chat with our fellow members there. And if you are joining via Patreon, you can also get access to Ben's fixture ticker here. Do you want to take us through the fixtures, Ben?
Yeah, Gameweek 18 is another double Premier League game week. Not a lot of good double game weeks, in my opinion, but the standouts is probably Man United with Leeds away and Burnley away, and Newcastle have 2 home fixtures with Crystal Palace and Leeds at home. But Leeds are on fire at the moment, so I think them Leeds fixtures are more of an orange than a green now. So they're a bit of a more difficult game. So yeah, Man City have Chelsea at home and Brighton at home, so 2 home games for Haaland if you're looking to captain him, but still tricky games. Liverpool go to Fulham and Arsenal. Arsenal have Bournemouth away and Liverpool at home. Chelsea go to Man City and Fulham. Tottenham have Sunderland at home and Bournemouth away. Villa have Forest at home and Palace away. Forest go to Villa and West Ham. Palace have Newcastle away, Aston Villa at home. And then you have your Brighton, who has Burnley at home and Man City away. Wolves West Ham have Wolves away and Forest at home. Brentford have Everton away, Sunderland at home. Everton's got a decent double game week at home. If you fancy a 1 week punt, but I can't think of anyone.
Pickford in goal. Pickford in goal for a week instead.
Michael Keane, he might score a goal. Brentford at home and Wolves at home. But yeah, that's about the pick of it, really.
19 is a weird one, isn't it? That we're looking towards, because you've got the FA Cup. Was it third round? FA Cup third round.
Yeah.
And then we've got the first leg Carabao Cup.
Yeah.
But you'd imagine that the teams that are going to play their first leg in the Carabao Cup probably aren't going to play FA Cup. Would you assume now? Is that fair?
Yeah, it's fair. Yeah, so Man City, you got Exeter at home and Newcastle away. I think you might get a Doku or something like that, a Bernardo Silva maybe. Might play 2 games, but yeah, it's not easy because he does change it. Because I remember in the Carabao Cup, Doku played one of the easier fixtures in like the 5th round, but then the round before that, Doku didn't play against, I think it was Huddersfield or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's just a bit of a gamble, really. Arsenal, they've got lots of injuries, so possibly you might get a couple of games out of a defender. Midfield wise, I think they're quite stacked, aren't they, still? So they could rotate.
And it's a weird one as well, because we've basically had a Carabao Cup team. Like the B team was basically playing Carabao Cup, but now it's paired with Pompey, and the Chelsea game is Carabao Cup. You'd think that probably the guys that have been playing Carabao are probably now going to play Portsmouth, and then the first team's probably going to play Chelsea, which is probably feels a bit harsh to some of the Carabao Cup players, but
Newcastle's probably your best bet for 2 games. They usually go quite strong in the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup,
both
and
at home
with it being Bournemouth at home as well, so it's going to be a tough game. Obviously they'll weaken the side slightly, but I think there'll be some players that will play both games.
Yeah.
And then you got Chelsea, who's got Charlton away, and Chelsea's got 50-odd players anyway, so they'll probably play a weakened team against Charlton and go strong against Arsenal in the first leg of the semi-final.
Yeah, it's almost like go for the extra game with the Carabao Cup sides, but actually, is it true?
So you could in Gameweek 19 save your subs and wait to see who plays, and you think, oh, Liverpool's playing Barnsley. I might have a punt on that and play someone who's playing up front. I don't know, for example, a Chiesa or something. He might play 90 minutes against Barnsley. I think he scored in the FA Cup last year as well. Or you could wait to see the fixtures of like a Tottenham. You could bring someone in. Or I don't know, Forest are playing Wrexham, and they say you won't be able to do that with Wrexham because it's the first game. Palace, Macclesfield.
The timing's out yet on those. Yeah, they're out now.
The timings are out. The Forest Wrexham's on the Friday, and then the rest are on the Saturday and Sunday. It's
just a minefield. Like City, Arsenal, Newcastle, Chelsea, pretty much. I'm going to guess. Well, they've got to attack this semi-final and treat it with the respect it deserves and put the full teams out, which means it's going to be minimal. The only player I could possibly think of, City, home to Exeter, Savinho, he needs 90 minutes. He's not getting as many minutes as he possibly should or could. So I think you could probably bank on Savinho for 90 against Exeter and still even a sub appearance against Newcastle in the Carabao. So it's the only one that really stands out. Chelsea have got so many options. Newcastle, they love the cups, don't they?
I I do feel like at Arsenal there is some stuff you could do with Liverpool being the game before in game week 18, like the second game.
Yeah.
It don't seem like he's been trusting Eza, for example, for the big games lately. Like, if he just benches Eze for Liverpool to get him for Pompey could be nice. Or even like Havertz is in training now, or like Gabriel Jesus.
Yeah.
If they don't play Liverpool, I'd be pretty sure they're going to play Portsmouth. And to have, one of those guys for that game could be. And then you probably are going to get 20 minutes still against Chelsea.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah, Jesus. He's never been
prolific
scorer. But
like, you don't see him getting hat tricks still, do you?
No. I love him as a player. I think he's brilliant. He was brilliant at City. He wasn't the goal scorer that Arsenal should have signed, kind of thing. But his work ethic and his ability isn't in question. Yeah, he could probably grab a couple against Pompey.
We've got Samantha in the chat there as a Pompey fan. He said, sure you're quaking in your boots. Yeah, interesting week coming up. And like you mentioned, if you're not using a sub, I think, Ben, you said it from a while back, but max cap, possibly.
Yeah.
In a week like that, maybe you want to chuck a couple punts in, but also you cover off the popular captains too. Should we do captaincy? It wasn't actually one of our questions from our Patreon members this week, but it's always going to be on people's minds. And I think this could be a different week for it. What do you think about captaincy for 18?
For me, I can't see much. Just because, like I said, them Newcastle games, they look good on paper. So you got Palace and Leeds at home, and Newcastle are decent at home. But I don't think they're that good fixtures, really. I can't see anyone standing out. I can't trust Gordon because if he's having a stinker at half time, he'll get sacked off at 60 minutes.
And do you think he starts too? If he starts Burnley, do you think he starts Crystal Palace Leeds?
Well, you don't know, do you? You don't know. You can get a rest in the FA Cup, can't he? And then you get brought back in for the Man City game in the semi-final. So, yes, tricky for me. Maybe just off the top of my head there, Lewis Hull, but can he play 2 games every week? I mean, he is just scoring points even though they're conceding. But I think Haaland is the standout, even though with the 2 tricky fixtures at home, just the 2 home games, it's a safe bet. I think a lot of people will go there. Cunha's the one that looks quite sexy if you've got him for Leeds and Burnley, but this might be a match captain week again.
If in doubt, Tony's got Gordon in his squad already. You liking that, or I'm looking there at Leeds Burnley for the United?
It's the minutes for me. United, what I've seen of them, Cunha. I mean, Cunha shoots them anywhere, doesn't he? He did all right. United looked all right going forward. Obviously at home to Wolves, it's a pun fixture, former player. You possibly. Well, sorry, that's last week. Sorry, Leeds and Burnley had it next week. I just think leading on, Leeds is a tough fixture, and United and Leeds, it's one of these usual horrible, angry games where nobody likes each other and
Cunha red card.
Yeah, you could probably see it. Away at Burnley, I think that's right up his straight. I'm not going to bring him in for it.
You got a good front three as well.
They just look, and if Thiago does it this week against Spurs, in at the end of 17. He's got Everton away and then Sunderland at home. I don't think they're the worst fixtures in the world. So I just think it is a tough week, and I get what Ben's saying about the max captain. Does it? When does the second chance start? Is it not the week after?
Gameweek 20, I think we were saying, weren't we?
Not our second chance, but the
the
official Sun Dream Team one.
Oh, I'm not sure.
I think it might be 19. Because having max captain and the goal boost, I think it could give me a bit of a head start in that league. It's City versus Chelsea and Brighton. I think them games are going to be a little bit more open than what they've faced this week against Forest and Sunderland. But Cherky, why is Cherky not an option?
It is 20. It is 20 for the official one. It says from Friday the 16th.
Right, there we go then. So yeah, I won't be using any boosters. And when's ours, Ben? When do we say? Do we say 20 as well?
Yeah. Unless you want to push it back a bit so it's different.
So you can use your booster. Let's hit up some questions. Nathan said he didn't put it in questions of the for the podcast because he can't see past Haaland next week. City 2 home games, 290 minutes. When Wisby's not taking a punt, that's when you should be concerned. I thought this would have I think this week should have Cunha written all over it if you like a punt, but he's on Cunha cap already. He said even though Cunha's got good fixtures, he prefers the home games.
Yeah.
We'll see. If Cunha bangs a couple in the second fixture this week, I reckon a few people will go there.
Thing is, though, he's probably got penalties as well. So he is a good option, like, because he obviously took quite a few penalties at Wolves and he shoots from anywhere. He don't care. I love it. He's an exciting pick, Cunha. He's always been exciting.
Tough. I think Cunha looks the second best option in my opinion, or like alongside Haaland. But it's kind of like if in doubt, socks on, as Joe says. Right. So we've sort of grouped. We'll mention each question, but we're gonna group them into sort of topics for this week. So there's been a lot of questions about Semenyo. So Jay Baker's asking if Semenyo goes to City before game week 18, would you hold him or transfer him out? We also had Sai looking to possibly take Semenyo out for Rodgers. Kiriaya says if Semenyo goes City, whose minutes do you think will be affected the most? And is he a buy? So yeah, let's talk a little bit about Semenyo, and then I think we go on to midfielders as well. So
it's an interesting one with Semenyo, isn't it? Because he has a buyout clause that expires very early in January. It's not like it's nothing that to stop there being a saga. They have actually implemented something which is quite clever to say, look, if you want to buy him, you buy him before this date, and then they can go and get a replacement. I'm guessing that's what the idea is. I think he's sought after, innit? I think there's a lot of clubs in for him. We did hear the report of he wants to go to City.
People reporting that it could be done in 48 hours.
And
he's an Arsenal fan, isn't he? That's what I heard.
The talk was that they thought he would like to go to us, but we wouldn't be signing anyone like that till the end of the season, which he's not going to wait, is he?
Yeah.
I just think I think if Semenyo moves to City, I think that does spell the end of Oscar Bob, possibly Savinho as well. I don't think he's. I think if Semenyo goes to City, he's playing. He's fully match fit. I think he's just straight into the team, isn't he?
Over who? You taking Doku out? You taking Shirky out?
No, take Reinders out. They're playing with too many number 10s at the minute anyway. There was space to drop one of them out, either Bernardo or Reinders, or Cherky or Foden, whoever you want to do, and put a winger out. They were short of a winger last week. Because Doku's out,
winger there rather than a 10 playing out wide.
Yeah, they needed the width. And Semenyo gives you that and more because he's a bit of a powerhouse as well. So yeah, I don't. In fact, I think you're getting a good asset for a cheap price, like Semenyo. I'd like to hold him if he went to City.
Do you not worry that there's gonna, like, if you've got him in your team now, are you not worried that there's gonna be that,
Transition?
Pep keeps him out of the team for a couple of games or like a couple of weeks even.
There could be. And look, if there's, because I would doubt him whether he played this week because of obviously what has come out. Obviously, he got a goal and the rest is history. I get that.
Could be good for Gameweek 19, Exeter.
I mean, I would just see. I would see how it plays out and make your mind up. But I don't think he's an automatic transferred out because he's signing for Man City. Or if he does sign for Man City.
What do you reckon, Ben?
Yeah, I think he'll get minutes even if he starts on the bench, he'll still get like 30 minutes, 30 minutes to start with, and then he might get the next start. But yeah, it's going to be tricky because they've got Nico G in the middle, haven't they? And then they've got
Rodri on the bench coming back.
Yeah. Reinders is playing sort of in the middle, but is a bit higher up.
Yeah.
Cherky and Foden are on fire, so I can't see them losing their place. Bernardo Silva's playing at the minute, but then you've got like Doku to come back, so Bernardo probably drop out. So yeah, he can play all across the front, can't he? So
yeah,
he might even play when say Man City are doing all right. They might take Haaland off earlier.
Centre forward for Exeter.
Yeah.
Completely agree. I think Semenyo's got that about him, hasn't he? He can play that number 9 role easily.
Yeah. He has done for Bournemouth as well, hasn't he? So
yeah.
You won't be worried about any of your City players. You'll be just keeping Foden, keeping Shirky, and just see what the knock-on is.
Yeah. See what the knock-on is, yeah.
Yeah, you just got to play it as it arrives. That I wouldn't worry too much about it, and then if it starts affecting Foden or Cherky's minutes, then yeah, you go off that.
They make so many chances though for each other.
They do.
Even if they're playing like 60, 70 minutes, they're still getting lots of chances and getting lots of points. So sometimes they're better than having them than a 90-minute player that doesn't do anything for a poorer team.
Yeah.
So we'll go on to midfielders, I suppose, while we're there. What midfielders are you liking the look of for these upcoming game weeks? Because we've got a few. I know Cunha's a striker. Shirky's down as a mid. But Dave's asking, do you prefer Cunha or Shirky for this week if you had to choose between the two? Do you get the long-term guy in there, or do you take the chance on Cunha if you've not gone Shirky already?
For me, I think Cunha for this week is just a really good little pick. But if you think a longer term, Shirky is obviously the pick. and obviously he's the best player at the moment in the game. He's got
Yeah.
I've got it written down somewhere. He's got like 63 points in over the last 4 game weeks or something. He's flying. So if you're thinking longer term, yeah. But I do like Cunha for this week.
What would you do, Tony?
Forget about the game. I think Cherky's currently the best player at Premier League. He is blowing everyone out of the water. He's quality. Look, I would not be moving Cherky out for Cunha. I would, if I had a choice between the two of bringing in, and I only had one transfer, I'd bring in Cherky because I can trust Man City more than Man United. And to be fair to Cunha, he's not a player that actually relies on the team doing well. He's a player that makes things happen himself. He will get his shots on target anyway, whether everybody else is playing shite, because he's that kind of player. He's someone who makes things happen. So, and he's got 2 fixtures against lesser sides in Leeds and Burnley. So he's got the fixtures. So I don't mind him. But 2 home games for Man City, they're going to be dominant on the ball. Cherky he's lit it up, hasn't he? I just think Cherky's the better option for him. Fixtures. I'm not saying they've got the better fixtures, but 2 home games, it kind of evens it out, I think. So you go with a foreign player, in my eyes.
Not target Burnley?
I mean, it is always target Burnley, to be fair. But I don't know. Can you see him scoring 2 or more against Burnley?
Can always get Cherky in 19.
I'm looking at that now, like on the fixture ticker there, though. I'm thinking like Cunha, I think gets Leeds, Burnley, Brighton, all 3 of them, probably 90 minutes over the 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And Cherky probably gets Chelsea, Brighton, away Newcastle.
Yeah.
I'd back Cunha for 2 weeks, I think. I'm going to have Cherky in my team, so it's easy enough for me to say. But
yes, I was saying before, he's had 65 points over the last 4 game weeks. He's top of the points over that period.
do you think Cunha will be the second most capped next week behind Haaland?
Yeah, it must be.
And if Ekatike was like 19% this week, do you think? I think it was 19.
Yeah.
Do you think Cunha would have a bigger share of the captaincy than that?
Depends what he does against Wolves.
Yeah. That's the only thing. If you do think that he's going to get relatively highly capped, is it worth getting Cunha in? But then I suppose the Cherky ownership is pretty high anyway, isn't it?
Right. Everyone were expecting a demolition job of Wolves at Liverpool. It never happened.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know who the better side at the minute is, probably between Liverpool and United, to be fair.
It's got to be Liverpool still.
But what I was saying is that you tried and trusted that City, forget about it, the 2 home games. They can hammer Chelsea 5-0 at home. They can. It wouldn't be a shock if you seen it.
Maresca out.
Do you think United are gonna hammer someone 5-0? I can't see it.
We've had a Maresca out in the chat, I'm pretty sure I saw already. Got to dig that out now. Other midfielders for this week. So looking at some of the other options.
Jumbo.
I've missed this. What's he saying?
Well, he's not said a lot. He's just said that. He's obviously aiming that at me.
Because
I
of
know.
Liverpool.
I know.
So,
Sorry, but
Brad is saying, for the people without Gordon, what's your thoughts on him for the next few weeks? 4 home games in a row, and they seem to play a lot better at home than away. But he's a little bit inconsistent. Would you rather have someone like Rodgers instead of him? So, Rodgers, Gordon, any other midfielders you want to throw in the mix for this short period of time? Sai saying that he is looking to get Rodgers in for this week. Rodgers got a 3-pointer, but he was very close to getting an assist.
yeah. Look, Newcastle, they've got 7 of their next 10 at home, and they've been bloody good at home. It's a bit of a fortress. They up their game. They've played teams off the park there. They look good. And I think sometimes you can't ignore that. That's why we try and that's probably the reason that we sit here and chat how we do, and we bounce ideas off, and we put stats out there, and we put figures and things out there for people to be able to come to their own conclusion of who they want to pick. But I just think that Newcastle at home are a good side, and they're a match for anybody in the league. Anybody. And we're talking about their penalty taker. So I just think hold him. I think he's even not a bad buy for 18 either, and follow it right through. But you've got to don't be playing the Orky Corky, because we've had it. They have a bit of a stinker, him and Voltamada, and they absolutely smashed everybody, didn't they?
In the Chelsea fixture that looked like the hardest one they've got for a while.
Yep, and they broke everyone's hearts. So it's one of them where you've got to put them in and go, this is the period I'm putting them in for. I love the home games. I love the makeup of them fixtures. This is what we're doing. And stick with it.
He's had 13 attacking returns, Gordon, which is 1 less than Foden, 1 less than Shirky, and the same as Saka.
Yeah.
Ben, you buying him? Back on the Gordon train?
It's hard to ignore, innit, with them fixtures. But
it's the home fixtures. If a lot of them pointed to where, you'd be like, yeah, he's not that attractive.
It's funny because them fixtures at home are obviously home fixtures, but I'm probably more interested in him in Game Week 20 when he plays Wolves, and that's an away fixture.
Bench.
Yeah. I've had fun with Gordon this year, so I'm not that excited about bringing him in.
Didn't you have a Wolves stat for us that you dug out last night?
For me,
I'm sure it was to do with Did Wolves end someone's unbeaten run? Or was it Newcastle?
Oh, yeah. So Derby County were the last team that didn't win in like the first half of the season. I don't know exactly when it was, but the only team that Derby beat in that season when they only won 1 game was Newcastle United. So that's why they've got Wolves coming up, haven't they? So and it's away from home.
There we go. Wolves win.
Jekyll and Hyde, Newcastle, didn't they?
Would you rather have Rodgers then than Gordon? I know you've already got Gordon, Tony, but Ben, if you're going in fresh at the moment, bring the fixtures back. Both of them are players that just haul when you take them out and do nothing when you've got them in.
Yeah. And then you've got Rodgers and got a cup match, 19. And then it's Europa League.
Though? Do you think he plays Spurs in the FA Cup?
I think he will, yeah. But then 20 and 21, they got Fenerbahce and Salzburg. Probably won't play them games. So it's like single. So you got Wolves, then he's got Wolves and PSV at home. And they do good at home, don't they? Especially on European nights. But then they go into a tricky run from 21 with Villa at home, PSG away, Liverpool away, Man City away. But yeah, the fixtures up to 20 a bang on for Newcastle. You just got to put him in and just ignore all the crap, ain't you? I think he's probably just a bit better than Rodgers for that period.
If Cole Palmer ends up getting like another 70, is it tomorrow or the day after? 70, 80. It looks decent enough for minutes in the double. Is it too early to start considering him? It's City away in 18, which is not great. And Fulham 19. He's not going to play twice in 19, is he?
Yeah. Hey, obviously he's one of the best players. When he's on his game, he's one of the best players. But I think game week 20 is when I'm going to consider jumping on Chelsea with the Brentford and Paphos double game week. Then you're going to Palace away, Napoli away, West Ham at home, and Arsenal away. And then it's Wolves in 23 and Leeds. It's a good run. Just quickly on Gordon and Rodgers, at least you know you're going to get 90 and 18 out of Rodgers. But Gordon could be 60 and 30. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or it could be 90 and 90. It just depends what Eddie Howe's seen at the time, because he rotates his front line.
You do
If
know
there's no
that
goal.
Rodgers, he just plays, doesn't he? He plays him and plays him. He's fit as a fiddle. There's none of these like injury worries around him. He's a machine. Do you know what? When was his last injury? It'd be interesting to see. He plays minutes and he picks up points. Like he's not the most like prolific PPM scorer, to be fair, but when you've got a player of his talent on the pitch for the full game, he's always capable of producing a little bit of magic, and I just think it helps. It helps. Like Ben said about Gordon, if he has a dodgy 50, 60 minutes, you just know what's coming, don't you? They're going to switch them wingers up. Yeah, they're going to bring Barnes on. They're going to bring, if Murphy's not been on, they'll bring him on. It's tough that way. Whereas with Rodgers, he's probably playing it even if he's a bit shit that game.
Would you have any love for Szoboszlai now his suspension's out of the way? There's no double in 19. It's just the Barnsley game. But where they've only got one game, do you think they put out maybe a bit of a stronger side? And he's one of the ones who has now had a rest because he's had that suspension. But Fulham, Arsenal away is not the best double. Leave it?
I think leave it. And Liverpool, Barnsley is the last game in the FA Cup week. So if there is any injuries or players left out, you could bring Szoboszlai in for the Barnsley game.
If it were starting 11, yeah.
Yeah. The game week 20 for me is probably where I look to bring him in with Burnley and Marseille. And then they got Bournemouth and Karabag. So that's where I'm looking. Game week 20 possibly.
Yeah, agree. So we'll jump to some defender-based questions next, because Dave has said when should we start to look at getting Gabriel back into our squads? At the same time, I don't see any sense at the moment going for two or more defensive players from the same team. None of the teams can keep a clean sheet. He's looking at Reece James and possibly Szoboszlai this week, but we've also had a few other questions, like Tommy Gunn saying he might do Timber to Heaven and Roths to Raya this week.
He's not that badly injured, is he, Timber? He's not going to Heaven.
Well, we've had a lot of questions as well in the chat asking, like, do we think Calafiori's going to be fine? Do we think Timber's going to be fine? But at the time of recording, this is Monday night. There's still a Tuesday night game, so we're going to get more info. So probably not any point us even trying to guess, to be honest. But yeah, what are you thinking defensively? Because also, like, Sandywell has got a similar scenario as us, where he's got Henderson and Richards. Everyone's trying to get rid of Palace defenders now. He's considering Raya and Lewis Hall. So defensively, where are we at the moment? Is it Gabriel straight back in, or would you like to wait on Gabriel?
I think, like you're saying about defenses not being able to keep clean sheets, and if there's a lack of clean sheets, then the blocks don't usually do well. Look, there's people like Lewis Hall that score 7-8 points a game without a clean sheet. And if you can pick 2 or 3 of these lads, like Nunes as well at City, he's another good example on the player performance marks. If you pick 2 or 3 of them, you're never relying on clean sheets. But they're not going to score 7-8 every game. It obviously depends on the fixture and whatever else, but I just think Arsenal were solid, so solid with Gabriel asleep at the back, Raya. Obviously, they had Timber and Calafiore as well. And I think as they make their way back into the squad, I do think you'll see possibly a few more Arsenal blocks and possibly a few more clean sheets Arsenal's way. So that's why I tried to get onto him a little bit earlier than most. Obviously, already having Timber. Raya's now a set and forget for me. In Cappy, he's probably going to have to come out and be either Saliba or Gabriel. But I don't mind making that transfer. I'm going to keep Nunes just as a points monster. And I might drop to a back 4 and drop Lewis Hall in there. But yeah, it's easy to dismiss the blocks when they're not quite going right. But look, these blocks have sent people skyrocketing up into the top 1K this year with the Arsenal blocks and then the Palace blocks off the back of it. So they do work. It's just getting the right ones. And if you're not comfortable doing that and watching one goal go in and it ruin your weekend, then spread it out at your likes of Lewis Hall, Nunes, these players that will pick your points up even if they don't get a clean sheet. That's my advice, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
It makes you feel so much like you say, if you had a Malik Chow, for example, in that Newcastle game, as soon as the clean sheet's busted, you're like, that's it, he's done, and that's unless he pulls a brace out of his ass like he did in that game. But like, yeah, I'm looking almost. I've got Nunez, Timber, Hall. I think Timber will be fine pretty soon, and I'm looking at getting rid of Mateta and looking at maybe can I drop that back into a back 4, and like. I think I'm looking at doing something similar where could I go a Reece James? Like it's already been one game and you look at his like actions that he got points for in the game and it's just like a never ending list, isn't it? I think I know Spurs have been terrible, but even Porro is right up there. Like he's crept up there as well. I don't feel we were saying, I can't remember Christmas, it's all blurred into one now, but I can't remember if we were talking about it last night in the Discord or his last pod. But he doesn't feel like he's had a good season, but he is still right up there for bonus points. He's not hitting them at the rate he was, but he's still up there. And their fixtures look okay. Sunderland home, Bournemouth away. Now Bournemouth are actually not doing very well. I always look at that fixture and think that looks a tough one, but
conceding a lot of goals, Bournemouth.
Then in a Villa single, you probably think that Porro probably ends up playing it in the FA Cup. And he's one of the players that's had a ton of minutes. Only Lacroix, Gehi, and Virgil van Dijk have had more defensive minutes than Porro.
Yeah.
So someone like that you know is going to turn up every game, barely going to blank entirely, I think could be all right.
Now you're talking about Tottenham. I think if you are going to go for one of these big hitting goalkeepers, obviously it's going to potentially block you on like a Gabriel or something like that. But what about Mickey van der Ven? He's gone down to 2.9 million now, and he can pull a couple of goals out his ass.
He's on 5, isn't he now? I think.
Yeah, and look at the fixtures for Tottenham now. For a nice little period, you've got Sunderland at home, Bournemouth away, Villa in the Cup. So they'll probably go strong in that. West Ham at home, Dortmund at home, Burnley away, Frankfurt away, and then Man City at home. well, I think the fixtures turn again then, but you might gain a couple of price rises out of him and then move him on.
Yeah, they are useless, Spurs, but
Clean sheet this weekend as well.
You do just think they can sneak points, like they have done it this season without looking that good.
From Spurs this week.
So yeah, I think either of them could be quite good. And we even, I think before we started the pod, we were talking goalkeepers, and we will come on to that. But even Vicario was a quite nice price, wasn't he? What was he coming in at?
3.1.
That's a massive saving if you're struggling on budget.
You get Lewis Hall as well, 3.6, and Van der Ven. You can afford Raya then, can't you?
You can afford everyone with that.
Mm.
Yeah. Defensively, even once Williams gets past this, literally Ian's just put it in the chat as well. Is Williams of Forest a bonus magnet? Yeah, Williams has been absolutely smashing the bonus points. And the reason people haven't been picking him is because he's one yellow away from getting suspended. But if he gets past this next fixture, it all resets. This midweek fixture. So then, Forest, Villa away, West Ham away, Wrexham. But then it doesn't matter if they're hard fixtures or not. He's still getting bonus points and still doing okay. Arsenal, Braga, Brentford. So I think could still be fine. But there's a limit on how many defenders we want, though, I think.
Yeah.
Any others? Villa, Concert, Cash, maybe.
Cash suspended, isn't he, this week? But he'll be back for 18. Yeah. But Cash, it's a Villa, another team that rotates in Europe, which is annoying.
Yeah.
Cash gets rotated. I mean, it'll be all right for a couple of weeks, but it's just putting a transfer in there again. I like Share is 3.2, isn't he? And Chow's 3.4. But like you say, if they concede a goal, pretty much blown it. But Share takes a shot from anywhere, doesn't he? So he could be decent for a free kick or a penalty, because you never know if Gordon's not on the pitch. Share's taken penalties before. But yeah, the fixtures are decent for Newcastle defensively.
I do feel like if this is game week 20, we mentioned for Palmer, but game week 20, the fixtures look really good for Chelsea. I think that could be a good point to get on Chelsea defense. But maybe up until then, it is just get the bonus points or extra route to points defenders, and then hold fire. Don't try and force a run of fixtures for clean sheets.
Yeah.
Suppose keepers then. Lastly, there was that question about Timber going to heaven. What do you reckon on heaven at 1.9 and Dorgu? There was a lot of talk about Dorgu. I didn't like it. But he's had an absolute mega haul playing right wing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And some goal as well. 3 million he costs. 19-pointer. Lovely goal.
Yeah. No, it's
not
flash
for
in
you.
the pan. It's flash in the pan. He's not going to be high up on the list of scorers as it comes to the end of the season. Heaven the same. United can't defend. They're like Bournemouth.
He kept Gordon out.
Look, it's not happening. I'm sorry.
Leeds, Burnley, Brighton. Just a 2-week punt.
No. Zach Fleming. I'll get one for Burnley against that centre half pairing.
You sound like someone who's got an agenda against United.
Definitely not. No, we've sorted that out. I like Ruben Amorim. I think he's a top manager. I like him.
Ben, love for United?
Yeah. I'm not loving the heaven pick. Ooh, heaven is a place on earth. No, not for me. Definitely not. Dorgu. I do like Dorgu for the 3 million, but it's just planning transfers, putting him in. You get your price rise, and then you're selling him after 2 weeks. It's pointless, I think.
I'll tell you what, we could do a test and say, right, so Dorgu or Heaven, whichever you prefer.
Well,
I reckon
dog
you
is,
could probably name me 20 players above those that you reckon might score more this week.
do you reckon?
Easy. And that's the thing.
Yeah.
Is they might do well, but didn't.
I'd rather just pay the 0.6 and get Hall and then not worry about changing him after
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Exactly. And that's the point of it.
I think it's one of them, but if you've only got 3 million or you've only got 1.9 million, you can pick them, but I wouldn't go out my way to do it personally. Goalkeepers?
Oh.
Do we have to? Look, I've got Hendo. It's time to go.
Right, I'll sit this one out because I've put Ryan and I'm done now.
Are you happy with your choice?
Done. He used to play at Rovers, quality keeper. I don't need to discuss it anymore. Even if I move from my Arsenal block, Raya just stays. It's done it.
You're going to be able to get Gabriel in if you want him? Let's
I
see your
think
team.
so, yeah. Just let's have a look. Let's try that. Gameweek 18 team. Incapi, transfer out. Where is he? Gabriel. Yeah, I can.
You can do it still?
I can do Hincapi straight to Gabriel. And have Gabriel, Timber, and Raya.
That's what I'd be worried about. Is the only thing. If I went Raya, it's like what's it going to stop you doing? Is it going to stop you getting your Palmer by 20? Is it going to stop you getting somewhere else?
Possibly.
What's your budget, Tony? You must have a high budget.
Let me reverse that. I think it went reset. 57.9.
Yeah, you're 0.9 ahead of me.
So, and what's your keeper value?
3.2.
And Raya's 4.5. So it's
If I put Raya in my team, I only have 3.9 to buy another player. So if I wanted Gabriel from Doku, I wouldn't be able to do it.
right. Yeah. What about you, Scott? What's keeper? Is it Henderson as well? At 3.2.
I can get Raya. I could do Henderson and Mateta out for Raya and a 4.5. So it's still got plenty of choice.
So you could still do.
That's still it's not Gordon.
Raya,
Gordon's 4.8. Yeah.
Or
I'd probably look at doing the defender, I think, but yeah, it's not a Gabriel though. It's not a Gabriel at 4.5.
What about Reece James though? Full time.
4.7.
Is he?
Yeah.
You can do Porro. You can get Porro in.
Yeah, Porro's at 4.5, isn't he?
Yeah, I'm not certain. At the moment I'm leaning to maybe make the Teta move and then just wait and see. I'm guessing that Raya gets Chelsea and Kepa then gets Pompey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't see any logic in Kepa playing twice and Raya not getting a game that week.
I mean, I wouldn't mind Raya getting Pompey. And
do you reckon Kepa might bang on the door and go, "Boss, I want Chelsea away"?
Yeah.
Judgment Day.
He's got an affinity with that cup, hasn't he, Kepa?
Get me on for the pens.
I remember that when he refused.
End up with a double blank.
Was it that was the final word? Who were he against?
Yeah.
Is it against City?
It might have been against City, yeah.
I can't remember now.
Refused to come off.
Liverpool.
Was it Liverpool?
I think so.
Okay, no.
Back on Raya though, I proved myself wrong almost by looking at like the stats a little bit because my initial feeling was 4.5 for Raya. I reckon there's defenders that are outdoing him for cheaper price almost. But if you combine the defenders and the goalkeepers, Raya is 5th for overall points, only behind I think it's Porro, Munoz, Gehi and Timber. He's doing pretty well, even at that price. So it's hard to argue it. What do you reckon you're going to do, Ben? Wait a little bit.
I'm not sure yet.
Stick with Hendo.
Vicario could be decent. He gets another clean sheet this week. Could bring him in, get a price rise, and then, like you said, the decent run of fixtures through until the Man City fixture. Hopefully get some price rises out of him and then move him on to Raya.
I wouldn't mind Sanchez for 20. Sanchez for game week 20, but you've got to get through some horrible games before that.
Jorgensen's going to play cup matches, isn't he? I'm sure before when this happened, like Edison's not even played 1 week, and Ortega played both games, semi-final and the FA Cup third round. So that could happen.
What with Donnarumma?
Yeah, you could have a double blank.
Goalkeepers, defenders.
Donnarumma, of course, with yellow card again this week as well. The morning fucker.
Was that?
Donnarumma, honestly, I think he talks himself into more yellows than anything. It's never like a foul he commits or whatever else. It's just always
It's time wasting. A lot of them's been time wasting as well.
He's just, I don't know what he expects, like from these corners and the free kicks and stuff. I think he just expects nobody can touch me, and if they do, it's got to be a foul. That is what he expects. He's such a good shot stopper. I think they've got the best shot stopper in the world. He's so good. But yeah, his temperament. Yeah,
he's only got to get through this midweek game, and I'm sure he can contain himself. He's got to. Walking football. Pick the next player to bring in that will get a super haul in coming game weeks. That's not on people's radar. So that excludes Shirky, who's a standout choice. Who's your super haul player? He hasn't said when. When should we limit to? Just the next 2 weeks? We'll throw the FA Cup in with next week.
Let's have a look.
I'm going to go Ezza, 20 pointer Pompey.
Yep.
Have that, Samantha.
I think Lewis Hull's going to be a good pick this week, game week 18. And Gabriel could be back. Could be a good point to bring him in. Could score a goal. He just gets targeted for every set piece, doesn't he? So he can get an assist or a goal.
I'm going to Rodgers.
Rodgers again.
Rodgers in 18, home to Forest. Forest are really strong at home, but they're not as strong away. I think Villa is a fortress. He's on fire. And then that second game against Crystal Palace is because Crystal Palace are a good side themselves. They've got some good footballers. I just think Rodgers could probably sneak a couple there.
You know it's going to be Crystal Palace double clean sheet, isn't it?
You know, it wouldn't surprise me because that's how the Dream Team gods work, don't they?
So let's go on to leagues. Sorry if we've not got to your question. Have you got something there, Tony, that you wanted to?
Yeah. Just before we go to leagues, just something that I think deserves calling out on because I know I might have a few cores in my time, and you know I like to give my opinion about football, but let's. Hold on, I have to remove that. Silver Q. Now, I hope you're watching, buddy, when this goes out. Tony is on acid if he thinks Wolves will get a goal at Anfield. they're statistically the worst team the Premier League has ever seen. That sold it for me. Van Dijk in. Now, I've got opinions. I do have strong opinions about football, and a lot of times I could be wrong or whatever. But you're backed up by the fact that this is a team that went into the Emirates and scored and ruined my double clean sheet. Liverpool had already conceded 3 at home to Notts Forest, conceded 4 at PSV, conceded 3 away at Leeds. So, in my opinion, not the most outrageous view. But to say I'm on acid is pretty harsh. I just wonder whether Silver Q. I'm not on acid, mate. It's just cores. If you want me to send you some out, we can get that arranged. And yeah, I hope your Van Dijk transfer went well. Here we go. That's it.
On to leagues. Dream Team Tonic. Cash League. Don't think there's been much movement, is there? Silent Bow in third.
Yeah.
D Pointer in second. And the Dream Team King himself, Nathan Wisby, up at the top. Where is he now? I think he's just outside the top 10.
13th, I think he said last night.
Captain Cunha as well, making the bold moves.
I don't want Cunha to do well, but for Wisby, I'll make an exception.
Go on, Wisby.
Smash it, mate.
Tonic Members Only League in third. D Sherwood. Blast from the past, isn't it?
Yeah, where's Dan been?
Experienced manager, Mr. Sherwood.
Yeah, he is.
And then we've got second, Mr. Silent Bow. And the Dream Team King in first in the Tonic Members Only League. And then the tag team leaderboard. We've got David and Bradders in third. G Dully, Stephen Williams in second. And Mr. Burns and B James in first. So guys, you're the next guys. I need to know your names. Drop me a message. I'm slowly getting everyone's names imprinted in there. But Mr. Burns, you're Mr. Burns for now. And Mr. B James smashing it.
BJ.
I said B James. I'll call you that. I could call you that. Anyway, lowest score out the door.
Oh, God, it's a big one this week as well.
It's a double elimination.
Well, we're here. We love a bit of this tension anyway. Not leaderboard, leagues we're going for. Lowest score out the door, right, where am I? Stop that screen. The suspense. Right. Currently sat at the tops. We did lose third place Honey Badgers last week, didn't we? Brutally. I mean, he was flying as well. Absolutely flying. But yeah, he left the scene. Right, Gameweek 16, lowest score out the door. And we love this one. It's a double eviction.
Oh, I guessed. Mr. Stein, that would have been nice to eliminate him in person.
Personally. We've got M. Gormley and C. Storm. Both on 85 points. Foy, you survived by a point. And Sharky by 4. It was a close one. But it's always good to get rid of a couple because it narrows the gap of whether I get evicted or not. So, unfortunately, lads, Gormley And hold on, make sure I get the right names. Gormley and Stone. It's time. We're finding you. Stone. Oh, you're next to each other. Fair.
Convenient.
Stone.
Bye, Jai.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.
And Gormley.
Leave the football before the football leaves you. The football's left him. At this top level, he needs to call it a day. At this level.
Oh, gotta love it.
Bye-bye.
And that leaves 24 of us. Again, if we reach 10 clubs, 10 managers left, then the evictions stop. Or when we reach the end of the season, obviously, but it'll stop at 10. There'll be a top 10 to read out at the end of the season, which will be interesting. So yeah, 14 more evictions to go.
What happens if it's just 10?
Well, if we hit 10 before the end of the season, then they just carry on. But
Till no one's left.
yeah, no. So it'll always end with a division of 10. So if we hit 10 managers left in the next 6 weeks, then them 10 managers then will then fight it out for the places. There's no more door.
Like a league table?
Yeah, they will last 10. The 10 survive, basically.
Nah, we've got to keep kicking them.
I mean, we can laugh at them, but yeah, there's no kicking after 10.
So what's the prizes?
Top 3.
Top 3.
Top 3, yeah. I you know, I do think this format will be a lot more popular next year, especially with being on the pod and stuff as well. It's been a good laugh. It was the last minute thing, weren't it? Really, just an idea that that sounds good. That it's done all right. So yeah, next year,
James is saying keep kicking.
yeah. I mean, it is fun.
The
Don't get me
people
wrong.
want blood.
Last man standing.
Love it.
Next year, everyone gets kicked and the winner takes all.
I think everyone's going to join it next year, aren't they? You're only a 10 or 10 to this one as well. So it's quite a cheap league. So it's not the biggest prize pot, but I think it's probably the most fun. I think, unless you're at Honey Badgers. It's tough. But to be fair, was it not? Yes, Storm was in 5th place this week. So we lost 3rd from last week, 5th from this week. About consistency. Can't afford a bad week.
Well, the next time we pod, it'll be 2026. Might even be 2026 by the time people listen. When's the deadline? 3rd of Jan. Next deadline is in 2026.
Another year done.
Cheers, everyone, for the support this year. If you've enjoyed the episode, leave a like, subscribe if you're not already. Get kept up to date with all of our 2026 episodes.
Yeah,
Have a nice
just to touch
celebration.
on, obviously, the year's out. It's been a massive year for us as a podcast, to be fair. Like we obviously had some changes over the last couple of years. With Scott coming in, James having to just take a slightly back seat, and his big move to Venezuela. We've managed to keep this pod just ticking over and giving good advice and having a laugh, a few beers. and then it accumulating in getting to the FCA awards and winning an award. I mean, that's unreal. So it's been a massive year for the podcast. Not just that though, but the Discord and the community we're bringing with us. Like, there's some top people in that community, and meeting them year after year as well now, where we're doing our meetups and stuff. Probably looking at like more than one meetup a year now, and doubling that up, and just giving it more opportunity for a lot more people to join us, trying to get around the country, which is not the easiest thing, especially when you're up north. But yeah, it's been such a big year, and so appreciative of everyone's support and just everyone just listening to us. That just, you know, it's appreciated. So thanks very much. And yeah, big up to all the people like Joe listening, or in Texas, James, or in Venezuela, Cookie in Germany. Like
Oh yeah, last night, in our chat we had
it
like,
just shows how far we're spreading, and not just that, it's just like creating this nice little place for everyone to just chat Dream Team and football and darts. But yeah, cheers.
Ben, your speech.
I'm not as good as Tony at the speeches, but yeah, it's been a pleasure doing these pods over the years, and yeah, the community's growing and growing all the time, and it's been great meeting everyone, and looking forward to the next meetup now, hopefully around March time.
Just to add on to the back of that, it's like there's some people like that might struggle through mental health and other things, and sometimes we're just an outlet, like or speaking in Discord or coming and listening to our pods and this other, and it's a bit of an outlet for me. I love coming on here and speaking football. Like, whenever do I get a chance? I love talking about football. I love talking to you guys. It's more than just a beer. It's an outlet. And a lot of people don't have that. And I think throughout over the last 6 years that we've created this podcast, I think especially within the Discord and stuff, it shows that we've created kind of like a hub and a bit of a community that they're supporting each other. And, do you know, if you just ever want an ear to lend on, like, we're here. Like, not just us as the host or as the podcasters or whatever else, but just as people like in the Discord. And I think it's been important, but not just us, but a lot of other people as well. So long may that continue.
Lovely stuff. All the best for 2026. We'll see you next year.
See you next
Bye-bye.
year.
See you next year. It's been emotional.
See you later.